and welcome back to the Empty Minds. This is the 20th episode of the Empty Minds, Christmas episode. So that means you guys need to make sure to like and subscribe because we're coming back week after week after week with more Empty Minds for you guys.
I think for 2 podcasts in a row, you said, this is the first time I'm asking you to like and subscribe.
Yeah, I noticed that today too.
It's the first time. But I didn't say it this time, did I?
No.
Okay.
No.
But this is the first time we're asking you guys to like and subscribe. So please, get on that now. We're not leaving here till you do it. Get on it right now. And if you guys didn't know, we are welcoming you guys to a very special meeting of the Society of Santas.
Society of Santas.
We are the gang of Santas in the back willing to kick your ass if you don't believe in us. So welcome. But what I wanted to get into first was, this is a funny fucking story. I'm at my mom's. Holy shitting. No, getting ready to do podcast stuff, and we're also, me and Forrest are going out on a date after that together. Just as friends. Just friends date. And so I was like, okay, so I got to shower, get ready. So I got all my clothes, I get in the shower, bare ass. I'm naked, ready, of course, because that's how people shower. If you shower in a bathing suit, I got some issues.
No shorts this time.
No shorts this time. So there I am, bare ass, ready to jump in. I pull the curtain open. Now, for those who don't know, my mom has quite a few cats.
Yeah.
So I have the bathroom door closed, and I pull open the shower curtain. Now, there was a cat in the bathtub, and I didn't know. And so when I pulled open the curtain, it scared the cat. The cat went head first into my nuts.
Jesus Christ.
My bare...
I would be terrified. I'd be like...
I know, the cat went through my legs, hit my dick. I'm like, oh!
That's the most bizarre, surprising thing you can have
You and your
happen.
stories.
Early morning, just like shower
They always
on.
hold my dick. Yeah, so it wasn't early morning. It was afternoon, getting ready to leave to come here, and fucking cat headbutts my dick. And I'm like, I don't know what to be. I don't know. I'm mad, but I'm aroused.
I don't know how to feel about this. The cat was confused. I was confused.
And the cat was confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was my fucking me trying to get here to you boys. Fucking get fucking attacked, headbutt by cats right in the fucking schnads.
So a lot of stuff happened this week. I've got so many topics, more than I've ever had before.
The one thing I want to bring up before I forget, because I'm going to forget.
Yep.
James Bond. Meant to bring up last week. That was a game that we played a lot, just like Resident Evil, Smash Brothers, Prince of Persia.
Oh yeah.
And the one game, what was that game called?
Marvel Sunshine 2.
What was the one called with those weapons where you would like shoot and they would like vaporize or whatever? There's a specific game that has that one gun.
Rogue Agent.
Rogue Agent, that's what it was.
Vaporize, really?
Dun,
We
dun,
did.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun,
If you remember that.
And yeah, the news is that they're making a brand new James Bond game.
We all played that.
They're
even Alexa.
investing a lot of money into it.
That I can't wait for. If
It's like Project 007.
if it's online,
I hope it's just like single player with a multiplayer mode, but single player focused. Because I hope they just don't try to do the battle royale nonsense. You know, that's just I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, whoever owns James Bond is now going to be making a game. Finally another James Bond game.
Nice.
So
I haven't. I might not have the correct facts here, but from what I remember, I believe it's being made by IO Interactive, who made the Hitman games.
right, I think that's
So, and the Hitman games have been on a streak where, I will say the Hitman games aren't my cup of tea. The Hitman games are pretty much a puzzle, and you have to figure out how to do the puzzle, which I'm not entirely fond of, just because it's like I like to be able to do things more my way. And I don't like being like, you have to do it their way.
Yeah, like you've got to eliminate someone, and maybe there's 2 or 3 ways to get it done.
Yeah, but being as they're great developers, and if they're not doing the James Bond that way, I know they can make a great game.
Yeah, I think they're all highly rated. I know their VR port of Hitman 3 was not well received, but I don't know if that was even them. It might have been a different company that had to port their game to VR. So I think this James Bond game is in good hands.
Which one was your guys' favorite? Okay, let's do top 3.
Mine was Nightfire.
I might have to say Nightfire. I can't go with GoldenEye, which sucks because that's like to me the campaign easily, but like overall experience, the multiplayer sucks.
I don't know. Are you guys mixing up? Because I think Agent Under Fire is the funnest game.
Yeah,
that one has Agent Under Fire has the coolest mechanics because you have the grapple.
You got the grappling hook, the jetpack.
Yeah, but
I love the ending.
I think Nightfire has the better multiplayer.
Really? So I would say Under Fire has.
Well, it has the snow stage.
Gameplay wise, Under Fire has amazing multiplayer levels. Nightfire has, or not levels, but game mechanics. Campaign wise, I would choose Nightfire. I think it's just more well developed.
Nightfire just loses so much points to me because of what they did to the grapple, and they made it only certain hooks that you could use, and it was from a phone.
Oh yeah.
That was it. The grapple hook in Agent Under Fire, anywhere. You could grapple anywhere, and you could even like stick on the wall and just hold the grapple and shoot from up top of like the church.
Yeah, for multiplayer, and also they give you a jetpack. Pretty great.
Agent Under Fire, there was nowhere you could go. Like you could fly on top of the buildings. I think that one's just so cool to me. Like fucking your friends are jetpacks and grappling hooks, and you have the fucking frenesy fucking shotguns shooting them like crazy using rocket launchers.
Under Fire has the train stage.
Yeah,
which is a lot of fun.
And you even had to do like there was even escort missions that you could play against friends, I believe.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, one person would have to escort, the other person would have to kill him. Like,
Under Fire had the closest gameplay towards Halo. I've never played the Halo games, but I did rent it once, and I know it's like you're on a not a dirt bike but a quad, and you're like it's so free roaming like that. So,
I love
very close.
Nightmare.
Under Fire is the first one we played though.
Yeah,
Under Fire. Yeah,
I love Nightfire way. What about Everything or Nothing? That's incredible too.
You know that game is co-op,
so good,
and it's fun.
I think it might be the best campaign.
Ooh, let's go back to GoldenEye. GoldenEye was a pioneer of a lot of good mechanics, and that's why it's the biggest in some people's hearts. The best game in a lot of people's hearts, but the aiming mechanics in that are out of date. N64 wasn't the best controller to be doing that with, anyways.
Yeah.
I will say I love those when you hear those gunshots on those guns from GoldenEye. Oh, nothing's better than the do the fucking AK,
like,
and
when the bullet like bounces off something like
yeah, or
that's used in movies all the time. Yeah.
No. When people get shot, it's like
what? Shot with what?
Do it again.
No, when you shoot people, it's all the same sound.
I know, but it's funny that you remember sounds like that. Just like everybody knows Minecraft Villager. For me, it's got to be Agent Under Fire. For me, it goes Agent Under Fire, GoldenEye, Nightfire. Not that I don't like Nightfire. Nightfire is a great game. Just Agent Under Fire, I love the ability to go anywhere, and like that's the coolest to me. And GoldenEye, just better nostalgia. Fucking paintball mode. I remember we played that a lot, shooting those paintball guns at each other.
Big head mode.
Yeah, a lot of head.
We all played Rogue Agent as well, multiplayer, and that's the game where you can
we can
dual
actually
wield
played
weapons.
that quite a bit.
Yeah, we play the shit out of that.
If you watch gameplay for it, like
bit.
you probably remember it. It's really, really good.
I will say Nightfire was the best looking game of them.
The very first stage.
The stages were beautiful. That one had a snow stage too, didn't it? At a castle.
Skyrail.
Skyrail.
Nightfire started off with that. That's the first level.
The snow stage of the castle. That one, I remember you could take the silencer on and off.
Yeah.
That
was pretty good.
Walk on the railings.
Pretty damn good, yeah.
And in GoldenEye, I'll always remember the mission where you jump off the
dam.
Yeah, the dam.
I love that cutscene.
I think with Nightfire, my favorite would have to be Skyrail because of the.
I think it's all our favorites. That's mine.
Just because you can like walk on the rails. You love the other side, I love the other building.
Down.
And like also the what do you call it? The
rockets.
Heat seeker?
The rockets where you fall bullet.
Isn't it called the Heat Seeker or something?
Yeah, the Heat Seeker.
You have a
missile
camera
launcher
on it, and you can like make the missile.
Who's your guys' favorite? James
also, the
Bond?
helicopters on the side.
Oh yeah, the mini helicopters. That's
and
right.
The tanks too.
The tanks are what piss me off.
Is all our favorite James Bond Pierce?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, actually, I don't know because I've seen older James Bonds too.
Yeah,
and Roger Moore is great. Even I like Timothy Dalton in the one movie. Sean Connery, everybody loves.
I feel like Pierce Brosnan's a good blend between like Daniel Craig and Sean Connery.
Daniel Craig's my second favorite.
I think Daniel Craig might be my.
He's like a really
Casino
good James
Royale?
Bond. Yeah, that's a really good.
Skyfall
movie.
is maybe the best. I think.
Yeah, Skyfall is probably my favorite.
Pierce Brosnan the best James Bond, but Skyfall my favorite double-sided movie.
I think because Daniel Craig was more like he was like a hardo. You know what I mean? Like he was more like a stoic fucking James Bond. Well, Pierce Brosnan was the sexy man. You know what I mean? He was the guy who got the women. Huh?
I don't think he was.
Well, I'm not saying he was sexy, but I feel like
Well, I mean
like,
that. I mean, like, I don't think that was his character. I think.
No, like Pierce Brosnan was the suave guy. You know what I mean?
Sean Connery was that guy who's all.
Yeah,
He was too, but Pierce Brosnan was too. He was the.
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan was the good guy. I think.
He was getting all. He's getting all the
thing
girls.
is, who has the most iconic voice?
Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, Sean Connery.
Oh, actually, that's kind of hard to say. That's actually
Sean Connery, 100%. Oh yes, Sean
Shocking.
Connery.
Well,
He's got to slap
the
a bitch.
iconic James Bond voice, or just he has? Is that just his
It's
voice?
his iconic James Bond voice. Shaken, not stirred.
Chicken.
Bacon.
Yeah, I
Bacon.
guess it's hard to say.
Bacon, don't stir it.
You're like, oh yeah. You hear that
shaken.
voice.
Shaken.
Yes, Sean Connery.
Sean Connery.
And Daniel Craig was more situated in real life. Pierce Brosnan was more the super spy who had the crazy gadgets. So I think Pierce Brosnan was the more James Bond in the books, James Bond.
Mhm.
While Daniel Craig was more like the Batman of James Bonds.
Yeah, that's perfect way to describe it.
If they were to do a multiplayer James Bond nowadays, how do you think it should go?
A multiplayer? Don't try to make it too realistic because then you're just going to be making Call of Duty. If you guys remember, there was one of the, I can't remember which most, I think it might have been Nightfire, but it's like everybody had a different characteristic and they made it a lot more arcadey. Like Oddjob had his hat he could throw, and fucking like James Bond had his gadgets he could use. And then like other people had like certain cool things about them which made them cool to choose. And then it's that you kind of make it like a more realistic Overwatch, but not too realistic. So then it's like everybody has their own skills that they can use and everything blends together to make it work. Because, Oddjob being able to throw his hat from across the fucking map and eventually it would replenish and you get a new hat.
Really far away.
Who's your favorite Bond villain?
Baron Samedi. Or is that how you say his name? Baron Samedi?
Oddjob is still amazing because the hat. Jaws too, holy shit.
I think I like Blowjob.
I don't think that's the name.
Wow.
I think I like Blowjob the best.
Yeah, that's a given. I just wanted to take a break. You know, guys, I think Blowjob's pretty sweet.
Speaking of Oddjob.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. No, Oddjob. I love Oddjob. He's just a cool character. Big, hulking guy. And it's ridiculous what he does.
Yeah.
He sucks dick. No, he throws hats and fucking kills people.
Yeah.
Which I just think I like to err on the side of like the obscene and the odd, you know, like that is so fantasy based and love it. He's like Kung Lao.
John Odd.
Sean Oz.
Yeah.
And Nick Nack has a little
Nick
and his
little
Batty
X.
Whack.
Yeah.
What?
Oddjob is Kung Lao of the James Bond universe.
So yeah, one thing that we want to talk about before is apparently Homer is not going to be choking Bart out anymore.
Yeah.
Oh
You about to
no.
say that like I'm dropping an album?
No, don't do it.
Yeah.
Keep it in.
Yes.
So-
Now, the way that you described it to me, it was hilarious how they did in the show.
So yeah, this information comes from an episode of the show itself. It doesn't come from the creators of the show. But if you watch the scene it is kind of like, okay, this is the new norm. It's not like a joke-ish.
I want to choke him all the time. Keep it in there.
It's just
So
on his
basically, he's
necktie.
like, times have changed, so I'm not going to
Yes.
be doing that anymore.
How do I feel about it? Don't really like. I never thought anybody would be offended about it, and I feel like that's a strange thing. Is like now people are trying to seem like they have to get ahead of something before people are outraged about it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, people are doing stuff worse than that on television shows.
Yeah.
So then it's like, don't worry about it. Like the more thing I think it would make sense is like if they just say the joke ran its course. I never laughed at it.
That's the thing is, It bothers me because it's a change and it's censorship to something
It's
that I
iconic,
enjoyed
though.
when I was a kid.
Right.
But even as a kid, I never laughed at it. It's just kind of a thing that happens. I never found it hilariously funny.
No,
They literally could have just like not did it anymore.
And just not mention it, right?
Yeah, and it would have been. That
yeah,
was,
you never would have noticed. I would
Simpsons.
like if I watched a bunch of episodes, I wouldn't be like, "Wow, Homer hasn't strangled
Yeah,
Bart."
it's been a couple episodes. He's not choking Bart.
but the fact that they had to reference it,
Yeah.
it's like
So not a big deal,
Fuck you.
but it's a thing. It's a thing that's happening.
taking
like,
my
fuck
childhood
you.
away.
Fuck you.
You know what? There would be some funny parts, but it wasn't about the choking. It was usually what Homer was saying during it. That will teach you to break crayons or some shit. But
Yeah.
usually that was the funny part. But you
Yeah,
can say
and
do that
they've
in
examined
different aspects.
how ridiculous it is in the show in many episodes where like people have noticed him choking Bart and then the entire episode is about that. It's like a family drama or whatever. So it's like
That was
I feel
early
like
on, yeah.
It has probably run its course on what you can do with it. If it's not funny, you can't do anything story based, then it's like
Simpsons is just in a really bad place overall.
Right now.
We've discussed it's coming back.
oh yeah, you know what?
Is it?
It's been bad for like probably a good while, and when it's bad, it's bad. But lately, people have come to the consensus that you know what, the newer episodes in like season 34 or some shit are actually pretty good. And it's weird. It's like they're going back a little bit and how they used to design these episodes.
At the end of the day, she's gonna stop choking Bart. Do I feel like they needed to because of the times? No, not at all. I feel like it's a cartoon. Cartoon violence happens. I don't think this is ever like motivated to be like, you know what? I just start strangling my kid. Like,
Yeah,
but I do feel like this is a step where the writers are like, you know what? We're relying too much on these older gags. We're getting stale. Let's do newer stuff. That's good.
I have just like such an issue with just like people trying to be progressive for attention.
pandering too much is not entertaining. It's got to be just. It's subtle. It's so difficult to do it right, where it's not just in your face and
Yeah.
annoying.
I feel like, yes, you have to realize, holy shit, we shouldn't be doing these things that are really offensive. But I feel like there's so many people on Twitter that are trying to search for things. And it's not even for them to be progressive. They just want to find something because canceling or finding something that somebody might be in trouble for will get them clicks. You know, like if I find something that, oh, this guy said this, now I'm going to get a lot of attention. And then people are going to be like, oh, yeah, let's take it down. But it's just like, we all got to take a step back, and studios stop. They're scared, right? Because now they have to worry about things that are going to get them in shit. So now they're trying to think ahead of all these things. And it's like, we need to be conscientious, but not try to like retroactively fuck things up by fixing stuff. You know what I mean?
That's what I find weird about the Simpsons thing, because like cutting that out isn't, I don't think anyone's like happy about it. You know, usually people do this shit to be like, oh, celebrate me. Look, I'm doing this now. I'm so progressive kind of thing. I don't think this cutting.
I see what you mean. It didn't win them any points exactly. It's just the thing that they decided to do.
Like, you just piss people off.
Nobody was upset over it. I don't think it's just the cartoon.
I never saw anybody pissed off about it.
Well, I'm not really pissed.
But I thought it was more. I thought they did it well. I thought they handled it right.
Speaking of censorship, I don't know if you noticed the censorship in RE4 VR. I guess we generally skip the cutscenes, right? There's a couple changes. The only ones I can remember off the top of my head are the one, as I understand, there's a scene in the beginning of the game where a woman is like pitchfork through the head, sticked onto a wall. And I guess in the original game, when Leon examines the body, it's like, wow, they even kill women here. But in the new one, it's just kind of like, wow, they kill, or nobody's safe here. They adjust it a little bit and it's like, it's no big deal. One thing that it's a little odd that they
Can't assume her
changed,
gender.
yeah, is they cut out Lewis hitting on Ashley when they first meet, where he's like, ballistics too. That scene, it's gone.
We gotta mention Fat Knox when we.
I
Well,
thought it was weird only because Ashley stands up for herself in a very strong way, and why would you cut that?
yeah,
Isn't that a good
like,
thing? Huh.
Like at one point, you're getting the point across that Lewis is a greasy pervert,
Yeah,
and like that's part of his character, because the whole thing is Lewis has a redemption arc.
He does.
Where he's this slimy,
Sleazy.
Sleazy.
He's
just think
bastard.
skis, you can say slimy bastard, and then he like eventually becomes a good guy and he wants to save everybody. And then Ashley is like this scared little girl, and eventually she becomes this strong woman throughout, and she gets her own fucking things. And there is character progression. So yes, taking out that part would chop out a lot of character progression.
Yeah, that's the only part that I can remember that's a little off that they decided to censor it. But that's just Facebook like covering their ass. They just don't want anything to come up, and I understand that.
Yeah, and then
I
you
guess.
cut out the fucking close over Fat Knox.
Yeah,
It is just like censorship. It's just you don't want to be in an argument. You don't want. You
even
just don't want
stuff
to
that's
cause
justified and it makes sense to me. I'm like, fuck,
shit. Yeah.
because it's something I grew up with, and But
I grew up with those tits.
yeah,
Those tits turned me into a man.
it is funny. Speaking of Santa hats, they're making a live action Legend of Zelda. I guess we could talk about that for a little bit because
We didn't talk about this.
no, we never got a chance. It's a huge deal. I think they should not be making it live action. I was
Make it
okay with
animated.
animated because you could do so much more with that.
Yeah, I
We
think
are-
they're fucking it up entirely.
We all seem like we're on the same wavelength here. Yes, it should have been animated, and it should have been fucking Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, right? I mean, the thing is, Majora's Mask was by Nintendo considered a bomb. So I don't know if they're scared to go back to it, but I want them to because there's been a resurgence of everybody loving that game.
I know.
Like
We stole that game back in the day.
Wait, really?
statutes of limitations.
From
Statutes of
Blockbuster,
limitations.
Can you
We
tell a
stole
story?
many copies of Majora's Mask.
Yeah. Well,
Many.
we were supposed to return it, but we moved out to the country. So,
We did
That's
that
why I love
too.
that game.
so we just kept the game.
Onimusha 2. We rented one of those, and then we still have those.
We stole many things.
Yeah,
Just subtle brag.
We did.
Yeah, we have this black case, and it's just Onimusha 2 inside. And it's like,
nice.
and then we always brought up throughout the years, we're like, can you imagine what the late?
Yeah,
Link can't talk.
Like, I'm trying to think of something equivalent that would make sense. You know, like, because Zora's and, like, Goron's and all
Princess?
that, like, we'd have to do it in a way where, like, Lord of the Rings, could you do it like that?
yeah. Like, what's your favorite Zora? Do you think Breath of the Wild? Do you think Twilight Princess, where they have a fish on their head? I think Ocarina of Time, personally. Zora or the fish people of Zelda.
Yeah.
Oh, is that in Wind Waker? Squee!
I guess they have. I never liked the design of a literal fish being through
I
their
think
head
it's the
this
same
way.
in
It's
Twilight
so
Princess
odd.
and Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina, yeah. So
They're the
live
same.
action.
Probably not Wind Waker.
Also, Zoras are all naked. So I wonder if they're gonna dress them up. So okay,
Can
who
Ashley
would you
be a Zora?
want to be Link? Everybody's fan casting Tom Holland.
No.
Oh,
Fuck
no.
that. No.
Link can't talk though.
You literally cannot make, I don't know who the fuck would play the character. There's nobody.
He's just too Spider-Man for me.
Yeah.
He wasn't Spider-Man,
Chris
absolutely.
Pratt as Mario. At first, I was like, well, we'll see. But when
No,
you
you
watch the
weren't. I
movie,
remember what you said.
well, because
You said that's so fucking stupid.
because the voice has to be like Mario,
Well,
and it sounded like Mario. It didn't even sound like Chris Pratt at all.
it didn't sound like Mario.
It was like a
something else.
good voice. It was entirely different, and because you don't see Chris Pratt, if you're seeing Tom
Most people were
Holland
just
Oh,
okay
yeah.
with it.
doing a different voice, or like I don't,
Like this, like there can be a lot of great Zeldas. Like she looks like Zelda. I think Zelda's
Yeah.
casting would be very easy.
Zelda
to do.
casting would be pretty easy.
Like
yeah,
super
Zelda's.
easy.
Well, because they've had Zelda talk throughout the years.
Who
Can I
played
be happy?
Ganondorf? Hey, who would play Ganondorf? You think Jack Nicholson?
Holy fuck, he's
Holy
90 years old.
crap.
I know. As long as you don't make him where it's like, oh, you have Jafar right in the Aladdin live action, then you just had to get the most random ass guy.
He'd have to be a big rip guy.
He would need to be, yeah, exactly. Hire a bodybuilder, and just that's the thing is, how do you make it not campy by having very realistic costumes?
See, but that's why it's going to be different. Like, I wouldn't mind like a Mark Strong if he got ripped. But yes, going back to this, I think it's stupid to do a live action because these characters, most issue with most things is that when you have a game that isn't based in reality, you have a lot of strange things. And now it's like, you're not going to find a lot of these things, and so much stuff is going to be CGI anyways. So then you're stuck with a bunch of real characters and a CGI fucking thing, and you're like, oh, it's live action. Just like the dumbest fucking thing that ever happened. Lion King live action. All of it was CGI.
I know it doesn't make any sense.
There's ways they could make it work, I guess. But
Well, I don't know. Like he he is right that Brandon Bobbity over there is right that the Link shouldn't talk. They're gonna make him talk.
See, Mario movie, the story was kind of whatever, but because there's so many references, and because it was animated, it was so easy for fans to love it. With live action, I'm gonna be picking the movie apart, and when I'm trying to like it.
Yes, Mario, because it was animated, you could chuck so many references. You could, and not only that, because it looked like Mario and everybody, it had that feel and it had nostalgia and it made you feel like, okay, that's Mario no matter what.
I'm just worried it would end up like Dungeons and Dragons, that because that's a good movie, but I'm worried it would end up like that, where you got a comedic relief. Yeah, Link, maybe they're being the stoic one. You have like a group of people. Like, how are they going to design this movie? Like, they got to translate a video game to a movie somehow, and that's usually
what's
fails.
Annoying about it is it would have been kind of cool to have Zelda and Mario like cross over, even though you probably can't do that. I'd probably not want that.
I'm a Watson as Zelda.
You know what?
But,
if they built the Smash Brothers, that'd be fuck yeah.
But I would be very pumped if they did a side-by-side where they announced the live action and then maybe even a cool animated series on Netflix.
So who's making the movie? We got Wes Ball. He's directing. We got Avi Arad producing.
Yeah. You know the guy who we were talking about who was making what other movie? The Maze Runner
Runners trilogy.
And he was making whatever. Now he's fucking doing Zelda.
Oh.
That's right.
The Apes guy. He was making the new Apes movie. Now he's making Zelda.
Holy shit. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. It's something. I don't know what to think about it.
It's his big break. I don't know.
Well, Maze Runner was supposed to be a big movie. It had a shit ton of millions put into it, and he flopped those fuckers.
He did.
No, I have no faith. But the
man.
thing is, maybe if he has a good script, he could make something work. But this is the determiner. If Apes flops,
Nintendo,
no
please listen.
Yeah.
Get rid of all of them and just fucking do it animated.
and make Majora's Mask.
Hire Illumination to make this.
I would honestly, boys, I would love if there was just like a really amazing Legend of Zelda show with a huge budget, because then we could over time cover everything. Can you imagine a series of Majora's Mask and it's like the day kept resetting?
Yeah.
Oh,
true.
Fuck, that's horny.
I guess
if like
I could
season
see
2 was
them,
on that, and then like season 3,
it would probably
that'd
make
be pretty cool.
Zelda travel with Link in the movie, but she'll more dress like Sheik. They'll lean into her Sheikah arc in Ocarina of Time. I think that could work.
They're not going to do the Ocarina of Time story.
They're not going to do like the prince needs to save the princess anymore, right? So
we just know fucking
it'll
Link
need to
is going to be on a journey, and he's going to be cutting jokes, and he's going to be talking.
Yeah, this movie is not going to be.
And then he's going to be like, Navi, what'd you say? And then he's like,
He'll talk
don't
British.
say that, Navi. That's
He'll
a bad
talk
word.
British too.
Like Derek Connolly's also writing. He wrote Jurassic World, which
sucked cock.
I visually stunning, writing wise, it got so dumb.
Oh,
I didn't mind
Especially
Jurassic
sequels.
World, but compared or Fallen Kingdom or whatever the hell it was called, that was fucking
wait,
awful.
Jurassic World's the first one?
Yeah,
the first one.
The first one of the
that
newer
one wasn't bad.
The third or second movie dropped off and became so stupid.
fucking stupid.
Oh,
The
yeah.
first one I remember liking.
They're fucking in a back room selling dinosaurs.
The fact that they're selling dinosaurs that only operate by shooting a laser at the victim's chest. It's like, just put bullets in that gun you're pointing at and use the bullets. Why are you using dinosaurs at all?
I just love the idea. We just go in a back room and there's a bunch of guys just, I give you 50 million for a T-Rex, you take 20 for velociraptors. They're just like having Casino Royale with fucking dinosaurs.
That's so.
Speaking of beasts, did you hear about the Mr. Beast thing?
Speaking of beasts, I
love that segue. No, what about Mr. Beast?
He recently posted a video where he built 100 wells in Africa. Really amazing. People are mad at him. And he posted a tweet or something of saying like, I know I'm going to be hated on for this. And it's insane when you watch the video how much he's helping so many people out. I think they said 500,000 people will have drinking water now. But some people, there was a quote or a mention I saw on Twitter where somebody said, we've been out here working for 10 to 15 years or this and that. And then now he comes out of nowhere and just does this. And it's like, now he's just,
So people are mad because now they're not getting flowers and he is?
I think basically.
But like, why is the internet mad about it? I've seen like people are getting
really
mad
dumb.
at him at like every turn. Like
Yeah.
supposedly people were mad at him because he had preferences of a girlfriend. I saw that. It was like supposedly he's like, oh yeah, I said to myself, if I found a girl who liked learning and liked education and was fit and stuff like that, that I would try to go after her, and I did. And then people were like, oh, he's sick. He has these preferences, and it's like,
What the fuck?
I mean,
Well, what the
Mr. Beast is so popular. It's like
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say hot.
so amazing.
He's so.
It's like think about all the times any like news outlet has talked about any president golfing. Like every single time they golf, they're counting how many times he does it in a year.
Mhm.
There
You know,
was the guy, one of the lead guys at CNN. He went on a Tinder date, and like this girl
Really?
knew who he was, and he got her. There's a video of him getting exposed where the leader of CNN's like, yeah, you know, we were paid to make sure that anything about Trump we put on there, and we really sugarcoated everything with Biden.
Yeah, I remember
You
that.
saw that?
Yeah.
Wild.
Wow.
But
It
back
is.
to speaking of Beast.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast, there's the one I understand where he got in shit, and that was when he said he cured 100 people of blindness, and the fact was blind people were pissed because he didn't actually cure anybody of blindness. What they had was like cataracts, and what there was there's full blindness, right? Which you can't see anything.
Yeah.
And then there's different levels of blindness. And supposedly he like helped a lot of people who had like really blurry vision and could help them out, but it's like he never cured blindness. And that's what people were pissed about was the
No.
verbiage,
The false marketing.
which I
in the
understand.
title.
Yes, that
Yeah.
you're not
makes
selling
sense.
the right shit here.
That's clickbaiting, yeah.
Speaking of beasts,
Oh
That's-
damn!
Speaking of beauty.
yeah. Speaking
Wait,
of beauty,
You're calling Christian?
speaking of being
He's
beautiful,
like, no, you're beautiful. Don't you say that about
so
yourself.
a big thing is that the Marvels bombed.
I was gonna bring
We
that
talked
up
about it
too.
last week. We didn't know how it was going to perform, but we were like assuming it was going to bomb. Man, it's bombing hard. So fucking hard.
It's the second worst opening.
It's so hard.
It's,
It's the second worst opening, apparently.
so big, so
well, it could be
hard.
the first.
Yeah, it's still going on.
Yeah, apparently it's right now. Yeah, it's still going on, but right now it's just above Incredible Hulk 2008, which was considered the lowest, like the worst bombed shit.
And
in
that's not
Marvel.
Fuck, that
adjusted.
was a cool Hulk.
That's not adjusted for or adjusted for inflation either.
Yeah. So
One second. Fuck, that was a cool Hulk.
oh yeah,
Which one?
Wait,
2008. Hulk.
Wait,
2008?
2008.
wait, was that Ang Lee's Hulk?
No, that's that
No,
you're
that's,
thinking about.
Norton.
2008 Hulk is Norton.
Yeah, that was the coolest Hulk.
Oh,
Yeah.
design wise, yeah.
Yeah,
that,
the one
yeah.
where you could see like his muscles, and it's like his pec muscles were so
Yeah.
just horny over. He's so fucking.
maybe
big.
not the best Bruce Banner.
That
but-
should have been the
No,
Avengers.
Edward Norton was the best Bruce Banner, but that Hulk, how fucking ruthless he was.
Wait,
Do you
Edward
remember
Norton.
when he killed?
Who's
when
the
he,
first guy?
when he kicked Emil Blonsky against that
Eric
tree?
Bana.
Yeah, Edward Norton's not the. Or do you like Edward Norton?
Is he the best
Edward
Hulk or
Norton was
Banner?
alright.
The best Hulk or Banner?
I liked his contrast. Like, what's it? Mark Ruffalo is a little bit of a burlier guy. Like he's like a short,
Yeah.
stocky guy, and Edward Norton was really small. So it's cool to see the contrast of really small to fucking this rage machine.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
And yeah, when he kicked Emil Blonsky against that tree, when he was a
Oh, yeah,
normal
yeah, yeah.
person and just fucks him up, and when he
It
has
was
those like
pretty
pieces
fucked up.
of shield or whatever, and you smash. Fuck.
People are freaking out. Everyone's like, "What's Marvel gonna do now?"
So the Rotten Tomato score for critics is it started at I think it was started at 54, but it's gone up a little bit. I guess because there's been more showings. Right now it's at like 63, I think. Audience score is really high, but that's the audience that decided to even see
Yeah,
the movie.
you got to remember these
So-
are the people who wanted to actively see it.
Yeah, I guess most Marvel fans didn't see it, and that's why it's bombing really, really badly.
The craziest stat is the
Make
fact
me
that
itchy.
it did worse than the Flash.
Yeah, it
That's
did.
fucked up.
And
And I'm like, how?
its previews were less than the Flash. It got like
Like
6.
this-
The Flash got 9 million, I think, or something like that.
They're projecting that this might only make like 100. Or no, you said it was like 50 something, or no, 100 million or something worldwide, or
Like,
whatever it was.
Because they couldn't get the actors up because of the SAG-AFTRA strike that was going on. They must have put all their marketing into like everything else, and that costs probably more money. You know, they had.
I don't know how much the
They
actors.
had their
would
final
have helped.
trailer in the football game, the halftime. That costs a lot.
This, I hope, is just a good wake up call. One of the big things that I know people aren't going to go see these movies is because nobody watched Miss Marvel.
Yeah,
Mhm.
nobody knows Miss Marvel especially because that is one of the lowest Marvel shows. Monica Rambeau is dependent on if you watched WandaVision.
Yeah,
those numbers aren't the great. I mean, they're good, but they're not everybody.
So many people, as you can tell by the numbers of these shows that are being watched on Disney Plus, they're watched the movies. So now they see all these characters and they know, and they're not dumb. They know that these characters appeared on shows before.
Yeah.
And now they're like, well, now I'm not going to understand it. And you know what? Probably the movie did a pretty good recap, probably even at the beginning. But people are like, I don't know. I'm not invested. Not going to go see this.
Yeah.
And not only that, after you see the reviews and the reviews for it, usually that's another indicator that people are like, you know what, I'll wait for the reviews. And then they see the reviews and they're like, oh, now I'm not fucking going to this. And the Marvels, I thought looked interesting in concept, but did I go see it?
It's true. You were saying the trailers were good.
Yeah, I thought it looked interesting. But then once I heard, which I feared, was the editing and the pacing were fucked up in the movie. That's it.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Editing, and when there's shoddy editing, and next thing you know, they're just cutting to things, and you're like, well, how? Like sometimes in movies, like I said, Beauty and the Beast, things just happen way too quick, and it doesn't make sense. It's like boom, we're here, then boom, we're here. And it's like there was a part in Beauty and the Beast that fucking threw me for a loop, and that was that they show at the beginning another Disney movie when they go to Beast Castle. Her dad travels like a fucking long time to get there. And then they get there or whatever, and then Belle's in the castle, and then they're like, "Oh, Belle's at Beast Castle, let's go!" And then all of a sudden they're just there, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Game of Thrones.
So strange.
Yeah, season 8 of Game of Thrones, they were just teleporting everywhere at the end.
Yeah,
it's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah,
I just hope Marvel realizes that these, it's just I guess people just don't care about these characters or something. It's crazy that the first Captain Marvel made over $1 billion. And now this one's gonna
it was before Endgame
and make. Yeah, that's the thing is it was a month before Avengers Endgame, and I guess that really helped it out.
Yeah,
I really wonder what it would have gotten if it had a more regular schedule.
Find out what happens in Endgame, right?
I feel like there was a couple things that was in Captain Marvel's favor, and well, one, it was set in the '90s, which a lot of people were pumped for.
Yep.
Because you get to see some of the past shit, and
the first shot of the trailer is her falling to a blockbuster.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, who's gonna show up in the '90s? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Captain Marvel, she was like billed as the strongest Avenger, so it's like, oh, you need to see this, and then just the overall what's gonna happen after Endgame.
Yeah, so that clearly helped out a lot because I don't think Marvel, like it's hard to say superhero fatigue set in as strongly as people say when Across the Spider-Verse made as much money as it did, and also Guardians 3. You know what I mean? I think it's just mediocre movies people just don't tolerate.
They don't have pillar characters to be excited about.
Yeah, like
Iron Man, Captain America, Thor. Like there was just like these movies, and like you would accept Guardians or Ant-Man. You would accept these movies as like whatever because you had all the other,
So apparently as well, and speaking of pillar characters, our new Captain America's movie is turning out not to be that great. So it had very terrible.
Not Chris Evans, right?
No, this one it was with Anthony Mackie as Captain America.
Wait, what's it called?
Brave New World.
Is it
Brave
because
New
it got a
World.
title change?
It was called New World Order, but they changed it because of like they're worried. Yeah, they're sensitive, so they changed it. The test screenings or whatever they did to like judge it, it was just really really bad. So the full thing is done, so they got to reshoot a bunch of stuff again.
Also, I need to help out one of my my Santas in the society. Your hat's in.
No,
your hat has been inside out. You can tell your tag is.
It's my small way of rebelling against the society of Santas.
No, you will not.
Out there.
We do.
Save me.
We do.
Who wears all their hats just right? We do.
Never sit on Summer Santa's lap like I did.
Wait, what?
You'll become Summer Santa yourself.
You sat on Summer Santa's lap.
But yeah, that's the Marvels for you. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk
Well,
it?
we all thought.
Well, yeah, we all had a pretty good idea.
Who would have thought?
Speaking of beasts,
Yeah.
every comic book movie releasing in 2025. There's only one movie releasing in 2024, which, thank God, Marvel, we needed a breather. And now the only movie we have to look forward to in 2024 is Deadpool 3. And that's it. You're going to see there's no superhero fatigue because everyone's going to that fucking movie.
I don't know if I'll watch it.
Fuck you.
Like,
Why not?
What's so good about it? I don't know.
Logan's coming back.
Yeah. You got Deadpool.
You don't like Deadpool?
Which-
Oh, Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, Hugh Jackman's coming back. We got to
What are you
watch
talking
him.
about? You have no idea about that?
I'm not following any of those movies.
Not only that, most of the X-Men are coming back. Hugh Jackman's going to be Wolverine, and Deadpool's.
Oh, you're right. There was that photo with the yellow costume. Oh yeah, I'm watching that. Never mind.
Yeah, Deadpool 1 and 2 were great as well.
Well, yeah, 2. I just kind of got like
Fuck you. It was awesome.
I liked it. It was good.
3 Marvel shows next year, though. I think it's like there's Ironheart, there's Agatha, and there's Echo. I think, unless Echo's this year. So that's the problem. Is like people are still like cancel this shit. Maybe not.
People
Echo,
are saying
but
that like there's
Cancel
too
it.
many shows and I knew it as soon as Disney Plus came out. I was like, these shows
problem.
are gonna ruin everything. Like Loki.
Yeah.
Low-key.
I never watched season 2. I was gonna start that. But
I haven't
like,
watched any of those shows, I think.
I don't know. Like when they appeared in a movie, it was so cool.
Yeah, I think it's being watered
know?
down by Disney Plus. It's
So
Apparently it's really good, though. Loki.
Okay,
Loki.
but Deadpool 3 is going to be fucking awesome.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter.
I'm excited.
It's gonna
Harry
be
Potter.
fucking-
Harry Potter's coming back as Wolverine. Not as back, but
Wait, is it?
Oh,
What?
wait. Well, they're thinking he might make an appearance as one of the
One-
multiverse
one-
Wolverines.
yeah.
Okay.
oh, Daniel Radcliffe.
Because Daniel Radcliffe one right now is super fucking ripped. He's fucking bulked up, ripped bitch.
Damn.
And Wolverine in the comics is like fucking 5'6".
Okay. Yeah,
You're
he's-
right. Yeah.
He's small and he's fucking
Yeah.
hairy and he's just ripped.
Yeah,
he's
he look-
hairy. He's Harry Potter. And,
Yeah.
You know what? He would actually work really well.
I know. That's what I'm,
yeah, and
that's what I'm
fucking
excited about.
Forrest, fucking Ben Affleck's coming back as Daredevil.
Oh, I was like, wait, Batman?
No, as fucking Daredevil.
I didn't, yeah.
Really?
Well,
Fuck, I gotta see
supposedly.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
all
Our
the
childhood.
cool old Fox people are coming back.
Our childhood.
Like you could see Wesley Snipes' Blade in there, like everything. Deadpool's gonna kill them all. Okay, but so super pumped. Everybody get pumped for that. But every comic book movie releasing in 2025, Marvel and DC. Starting off in February 14th, Lovers Day. Captain America 4. We're gonna have a brave new world and open up our assholes on
So
February 14th.
with that
for our
movie, the
lovers.
Red Hulk is going to be appearing. He's going to be played by Harrison Ford. That's probably the best aspects
Damn.
of that movie. Yeah.
He's like in his 80s.
So Thunderbolt Ross is gonna be fucking Red Hulk. Do you remember Thunderbolt Ross?
That
He
first
died,
one.
right?
Yeah.
You know that. So Harrison Ford is taking over for Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah.
I wish. Fuck. In She-Hulk, they made Emo Blonsky a fucking bitch.
I know. He is. He's a little bitch.
And why did they give him like little fucking
Yeah.
like he was a little fish head, pretty much?
They just changed him to a nice guy.
But okay, continuing on. May 2nd, we are the Fantastic Four, but they're also making the Fantastic Four in May.
Really? What? I didn't realize it was so
Woo!
soon.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
2025.
All 5. Yeah.
And supposedly we're gonna hear the cast soon.
Yeah, I'll have to see what the cast is
Because
first.
they announced wait, did they announce it already?
They haven't announced it.
Because
years
that
ago.
one with Adam Driver, they said was fucking gone.
Okay.
But yeah, they
Thank
said
God.
after the strike they were gonna announce the cast. So that's any day now.
Could bring in
Rip.
Doctor Doom.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
I want Doctor Doom so bad, but he's got to be big, like a wide man.
All of these superheroes should be huge.
Silver Surfer, too.
I will say I've never liked Kang from the beginning.
Yeah, he's not a very good villain.
What about him is menacing compared to Thanos? And I didn't like the multiverse thing because it's just too much. But like Doctor Doom going in areas like that, that's where I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I can see how Marvel can get better.
Well, see, it doesn't matter. Like the multiverse is cool right now. It's just don't continue it forever.
Yeah, it's really tough to go from Loki's finale where he's the god of everything down to like, oh, Doom is like has a plan on Earth and he's gonna
is
do
that how
some
it
shit.
ends?
Yeah, he's
I was
literally-
wondering how it ends.
It's a really badass ending actually.
Yeah. So with that, with Kang and shit, like I saw some
Holy
clips.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I saw some clips of him, and I wasn't blown away by his acting. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, this guy looks so cool as the next villain," but all I saw was, "Are you an Avenger? I killed you,
Wait, who?
Kang."
That's
And it's
Jonathan
like
Majors'
Oh.
Kang.
I wasn't blown away by that shit. At the end, he just didn't seem like. And then with the fucking Society of Kangs or whatever, the fucking sucked. That was so
Yeah, it
like a
is.
bunch of
Yeah.
Kangs. Yeah, let's go
They're
kick ass. Like
I
fuck
know.
you guys.
Nobody cares about
Because
that.
also
Come
Kang
on.
was in the
Society of Santas is where
Loki,
it's
right? Ending or something?
at. Yeah, he
Yes,
was. He was
he
the
was.
finale.
But wasn't he not the right one? Because he was more of a jokester.
He was he who spoilers from here on out. He was he who remains, and spoilers. He does come back in season 2's finale, and I thought his performance was better there, but as a villain, nah, man, no fam.
Jokester.
No, man.
Like he's not
Bruh.
like he could be a good like whatever smaller villain, just
Side
not,
villain,
not
yeah.
Thanos type villain.
He's not a he has to like open the door for another villain like Doomsday.
Not
Doomsday.
DC.
Doom.
Doom.
Doomsday.
I know, I was
You
like,
should
what?
open the door for fucking Batman. We're getting into DC now because in July 11th, Superman Legacy, they announced it. James Gunn's
James,
Superman Legacy, July 11th of 2025.
we get
All
to see how he does Superman. He has a good track record with the Guardians movies, so we know we can handle superhero movies pretty well.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Like, I don't know. Isn't like Legacy supposed to be like storyline?
Maybe I don't
From the
know
comic?
much about Superman Legacy.
I know Batman's supposed to be brave and the bold.
Yeah, that's what I'm really excited for because I know they're going to do the Damian story where Batman has a son that
I really hope they cast Jensen Ackles.
as
Soldier Boy?
as
Batman?
Oh, it's Superman.
yeah, as
Oh, Batman.
Oh, it's Batman. I can see that working.
yeah, I think that would fit.
He was Soldier Boy, and everybody got to see his acting prowess. But he also voiced Batman in The Long Halloween,
Yeah,
and he has that experience of doing the Batman voice. And he was also the voice of Red Hood in Under the Red Hood.
that was a good movie.
And I think I don't know how tall he is. Actually, I think he's deceptively taller than he looks.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I don't think he looks that tall. And you look at him.
yeah. He might. I don't know. They do tricks to make people look tall.
But yeah, I hope James Gunn, because I hope he realizes, like, because all the projects we've seen him do, they've been comedic.
True. Yeah.
And I hope he doesn't go that way with Superman.
Like Superman, I don't want to be as serious as Zack Snyder made him, but I don't
No.
want him to be as jokey as the Guardians movies.
Or Suicide Squad.
Yeah, don't do that.
so.
It's got to be in the middle. People, like, I'm sure he's aware that people are sick of Marvel humor, at least being over the top, like in Thor: Love and Thunder.
And that's funny is that the one time that they dropped the F-bomb, I didn't even laugh at Guardians because it seemed it just seemed like a weird place for an F-bomb. Get in the fucking car or open the fucking door. Whatever the fuck
Really?
it was.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay. Like I thought it could have been used in a better first F-bomb could have been used a bit better.
Which movie was that? Was that the holiday
Guardians
special?
3?
Oh, yeah, I never saw that yet.
You haven't seen it yet?
No,
You son of a bitch.
I should. I just,
It's
I don't know. I
great.
never got around to
Yeah,
it.
I watched it. It's not bad. Pretty good.
I guess you watched FNAF, right? What'd you think?
Yeah, I watched that. It's actually pretty good. I don't know
Yeah.
anything about the games. I've watched some gameplay, so I kind of get it.
So you watched the movie on Peacock.
Yeah, and I will say that it's like I don't get the issues with it. I don't know.
It's good. Yeah, maybe
Oh,
I'll give it a
well,
watch. And
All the audience fucking loved it.
yeah,
Like
The critics who don't get it.
basically, it's this guy who's like, oh, like he's taking care of his niece or his younger sister, I think.
Yeah.
And their auntie.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's her younger sister.
I said yeah.
He's taking.
Did he say, do you know his sister? And you're like, yeah.
He's taking care of his younger sister, and their auntie wants to like take custody of whatever, and he's like, well, no.
Of
And
his auntie's sister?
his his auntie wants to take custody of the younger sister. So basically, it was like the auntie and her sister or whoever had two kids.
When do the bears come into play and start killing people? Here's a family lineage.
And so basically
auntie's
though,
sister's
he's
father.
like this piece of shit. He can't take care of his own little sister, and he's worried about whatever. But he's like, you know what though? Like some person's like, well, you're the best for her, so you know you need to get a job, this and that. And so he gets a job basically at this restaurant, and that's where the movie starts. And then the aunt finds out that he got a job, and there she's like, oh, I want to sabotage it somehow, and so she gets people to like go in there and try and mess some stuff up. That's where you get like the first like
Okay.
kill scenes.
Sounds
with
very
them.
like Home Alone-ish, goofy.
Yeah, it's done in a really good way. The scares, honestly, it's not that scary. I think that my kids could
Okay.
probably watch it.
Yeah,
Well, it was attended. It's PG-13.
They're just little bitches about it. I don't know. It's not that bad.
Well, no, but I mean, like, you said it wasn't that scary. And it's not supposed to be. It's PG-13.
I mean, I'm more meant for like kids. Like my kids could watch that.
Yeah,
It's really not that bad.
you were scared as fuck though, little baby.
Did
Speaking
myself.
of Beast, the next movie, Thunderbolts, July 25th. Nobody fucking cares.
Well,
Do
they
they?
should
What is
cancel
that?
Thunder.
Yeah, Thunderbolts is supposed to be like the
Ah.
rag. It's pretty much their Suicide Squad. It's fucking.
Oh, I'm so over that.
The new Black Widow. It's fucking Taskmaster. It's
Ghost.
Red Captain or whatever the fuck his name is.
Weird looking Captain America. It's our metal arm dude, Wolf Master. What the fuck?
Wolf Master.
What's his name?
Wolf
The-
Master.
That's fucking Winter
Winter
Soldier,
Soldier.
not Wolf Master.
He reminds me of a wolf. But yeah, I like Wolfmaster, and I like weird looking Captain America, and I guess the new Captain
You
America. but like,
okay, so there's
I don't know if I want this movie at all. In the comic books, they're called the Dark Avengers, and they do some crazy shit, and it's a good story.
Sounds
They're
a
not
little
covering
racist.
any of that,
They do some.
so this movie's gonna be lame. They should cancel it.
yeah, they should cancel.
They
it.
should feel bad. Give me the money.
They should feel bad.
Yeah,
Like all these
They should
movies,
think about what they
are
did.
just like everything on that list sucks besides Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
It's not even on this list. This is the
Oh.
movie's coming out in 2025.
Well, still.
Well, no, I'm excited for Superman Legacy because that
We'll
has
see, I guess.
potential. And next October 3rd, Batman 2.
I guess I can't say I haven't watched the first one.
You haven't watched the first one?
I
Like
like
the Batman?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
No, I
watched it.
haven't. I haven't either.
Yeah.
I guess that's pretty good. I like the first one, like the Batman.
First one is really good. And then November 7th, Blade.
Okay, well that
I'm
one.
curious on how that's going to turn out by that point. That's
So
been
yeah,
delayed to
Superman
hell.
Legacy, Blade, and Batman 2. Those are the three movies to look forward to
Yeah.
this year. I really hope the movies prove me wrong and I get pumped about these movies because like if a trailer drops, well, the most deceptive trailer of all time was the first Suicide Squad trailer. That trailer looked fucking amazing, except for that one line that Harley said.
2 lines.
She was really badly written. Well, they were all really badly written in that.
Yeah,
movie.
they were.
Like, and everybody was pumped up about Adam Beach
Yeah.
because, for those of you who don't know, we're part Native American. And Adam Beach, really big in the culture because he's like one of the few who's not just stereotypically plays Native Americans in movies. He's branched out and has had some big roles. So then it's like when they saw him, they were like, "Oh my god, yes!" And then my brother went and saw the movie in theaters, and fucking Adam Beach has like a couple parts, and then he like runs on the wall and gets his head fucking blown up, and it's like, well, really
Really?
sad for old Adam Beach. But no, that movie had one of the coolest looking trailers of all time. The music choice was amazing, directed really well. Things went with the music. I know so many people were pumped about that movie.
Yeah.
If you look up the hype for that, that was incredible. And so many people were like, "Oh, David Ayer fucking sucks" after that. And now
Yeah.
there's even some people who are like, "Release the Ayer cut," and it's like, Snyder cut wasn't that good.
It's crazy that James Gunn even did like the Suicide Squad. That also bombed, but I feel like that's largely because of the name as well. You can't just add a "the" to it. It's like you literally. It's like when Sony released Morbius twice. It's you know what I mean. Of course, the next one's gonna do is the same like bullshit.
Yeah, and Morbius made money from a meme.
Yeah, it's Morbin time. And more all over the place.
A bunch of Morbin all over the place.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a quick shotgun round. I've got many topics.
Beer?
First
Let's
off,
do it.
Shotgun of beer.
SAG-AFTRA finally ended their strike,
All
and
right.
they secured a lot of strong, what do we call it? Basically, or protections against AI. So the threat of AI doesn't matter. You know, they're good.
Yes, we brought
Well,
that. Did
We were
bring
talking
that
about it for a
up?
little bit. No, we didn't talk about it on a podcast, but
We were just talking about it.
they wanted apparently, like I guess they wanted to buy someone's.
No, what it was in the there was many contract negotiations, right? And during some of those boys, the studio, because they both make offers, right? And the studio was like, "Okay, we'll give you the money you asked for, but we want to own your likeness."
Yeah,
No matter what. So it's like if they die, they can just use their likeness in a movie and not pay anybody.
that's.
That's
And we
fine.
were saying like,
Isn't
if
that
you want
fucked?
to own somebody's likeness, it should be like $1 billion.
You know what's
or
funny
some
about that though?
shit.
As fucked as that is, it would be so entertaining for us. Just
Oh,
for
I
the
know.
movies that they're
I
able
know,
to
but
make.
they can pay them.
I would love the Harrison Ford to sell his likeness for like $1 billion or 500 million. Just keep bringing them back.
Just to you.
Like imagine, yeah, I'll have Adam to the empty minds. Harrison, I can finally dress as you.
you have a robot Harrison.
Yeah. Harris. Yeah. So
Please cook me eggs.
it's unbelievable. AI is even coming to this point where it's got to be even talked about, like, seriously.
Yeah, but
like
that's insane. Like, I would have been so fucking insulted if I saw that offer. Yeah, we'll give you money, but we can we can just AI you in anything we want, and you can't
Instead
pay
they've harshly pushed in the other direction and got protection against that ever happening.
Yeah, like
Yes.
fuck, I would have been so pissed. They'd be like, these motherfuckers, like, that's just really like you know what? We're gonna fucking own you no matter what. It's like, holy fuck. Like, they're like, that's like the shit. The movie studios are bad, but fucking record labels are fucking demons, man. Holy fuck.
There's
They are.
Yeah.
They can be brutal.
Yeah.
And SAG-AFTRA ending, the Marvels quickly got their actors to try to promote it. On Twitter, it was trending yesterday of like Brie Larson, Aman Vellani, and Maura Paris or something. They all got together and they were like promoting it real quick. Try to get that in there. You know, it's too late, but they tried.
It's funny because like I've been looking up a lot of like well, I wasn't looking at a lot of it, but I just came across this article where it was like talking about Michael Jackson's owning of Sony and all of that. And I can't believe actually what he's an insane fucking businessman. It's actually really fucked up. People thought it was really fucked up when he acquired ATV, which was also kind of Sony publishing with music. In the 80s, he bought it for like $45 million. Apparently, there was an article written this year where Sony's going to try buy him out. It's going to be about 800-900 million, or buy out his estate. And people always bring up that he owns Beatles songs. There's Rolling Stones, Bruce Springsteen, Eminem, Justin Bieber. There's a bunch of shit.
Well, that's kind of lame.
Yes, the Eminem thing was supposedly like Eminem was making like the Eminem. What was that one where you made the fun of Eminem? Not Eminem. Eminem made fun of Eminem. Eminem made fun of Michael Jackson in that song. Just Lose It.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Go
which one it was.
crazy. Ah! And then Michael Jackson got pissed and bought out Eminem's record label. So then he owned Eminem.
Yeah.
Well, not like that, but
Like he was ruthless like that. Like
he owned him.
Like Paul McCartney told him, like, you know, you should get into publishing, music publishing. That's where you make a lot of money. He's like, oh, I'm gonna do that, and he literally told him, he's like, I'm gonna buy your music, and Paul McCartney laughed it off.
Yeah,
A
and
couple years
You're
later,
going to
bought
then
his
Michael
music.
Jackson like, come on.
Like
Yeah.
even to
Come
this
on.
day, his estate
Come on.
owns. You'd be surprised by how much money. Like if they're buying him out for almost $1 billion, MJ's estate owns that, and that's just
Yeah.
that's
That's
not
insane.
including his music or anything.
I know, and fuck.
Wow.
Holy shit. Like, Michael Jackson's death was fucking wild.
Absolutely.
Every channel just stopped what they were doing to broadcast
Yeah,
outside his home and seeing millions of people, but like thousands of people outside with candles out his house. Just like, and then like, I remember like, especially when he like dangled his baby over the fucking railing, like that was huge news. Like anything Michael did was just front page news.
I still think I don't think there's ever been a star bigger than him. I definitely think he eclipsed Elvis because he was just in every
I think
single
so.
thing,
Hmm.
and it
I
just
wouldn't argue
got
with that.
so insane. Like even to this day, like he's been dead for 14 years, and he's still like making more money than most artists today, like living musicians. Fucked up.
Pretty wild.
Yeah, but we'll never be able to talk about him in a positive light just in case. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the way it is.
So
Can't go too hard on him.
an NBC intern accidentally revealed that Shrek 5 is coming out in 2025.
Yes! Shrek!
My dad's watching Shrek yesterday, I guess, for fun.
Yeah, so they teased it.
Everyone loves this movie. I just was recently talking with a friend I haven't talked to in like years, and she was saying, yeah, she was watching the movie. She loves all the movies, and I'm like, what the fuck is it with this?
Well,
movie?
listen,
You don't like Shrek?
franchise?
listen, I
Shrek's
like
amazing.
the first Shrek, and I like Shrek
Yeah.
2. Did I watch Shrek 3 and 4 that much? Not really. Puss in Boots, love those movies.
Yep.
Puss in Boots 1, great movie. Puss in Boots 2, amazing fucking movie. The reason why I'm pumped for Shrek right now is just because there hasn't been an animated movie that I've wanted to see. And Shrek has always had more adult humor than most.
Yeah.
So I'm just more interested in, like, I went and saw Puss in Boots 2 in theater, and remember somebody helped me hold it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm just excited to want to go see an animated movie, because I didn't go see Super Mario Brothers, because even though I grew up with Mario, I haven't even seen the movie yet. I just haven't really, like, I haven't wanted or cared to. But Shrek, I'm pumped about, and I feel like at this moment where there has been no movies, I just wanted to, like, feel like have a fun movie come out and be pumped about it, and I feel like that's Shrek.
They're on a hot streak. The last Puss in Boots movie was good.
I watched it.
The hot streak. That's the only one
this year.
And
I'm excited. Spoilers: they teased Shrek 5 at the very end of that movie, and awesome.
I wonder if they're gonna. I hope they don't do this.
Same voice actors, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
idea.
Mike Myers would want to do it again.
This
Mike
we
Myers
really
wants
talked
money.
about movies and TV shows a lot.
What about Austin's Powers 5?
Austin's Powers.
Austin Powers. That's supposed to come out a couple years ago.
So speaking of
I don't
things that
think
are
they're gonna
long
make another one of
overdue,
those.
Beast, GTA 6 trailer confirmed to be released next month.
Speaking of beasts, wow, that is a beast. GTA 6 is a big powerhouse, and I'm ready for it.
You guys playing it?
Yep.
When it comes out,
Well, you know what?
yeah.
Depending on the trailer.
But you guys gotta play the story mode of 5. Fuck.
I did. I got almost pretty much to the end.
I haven't played
you didn't
GTA
beat
since
it.
like 2011.
I'm like, I
2010.
got to like 80%, 85%
You beat it,
done.
Brandon?
No,
Yeah, you guys gotta fucking beat.
I haven't
I
played
didn't,
since
I didn't
2011.
beat it though because
Me and Christian will beat it together.
what the fuck happened with? Remember what happened? I think I didn't beat it because we got the PS4. Something happened because it got re-released, messed up the whole entire fucking file. Then when I went to go and replay,
Was it just
was all
gone? You lost your save data?
And I was like, fuck it, I'm never.
It is a
playing that
long
again.
fucking game.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you know what we're talking about. Yeah.
Do you think it would release with GTA Online, like a new version of that, with revamped controls?
You know what? I
Oh,
actually believe that this game,
it's gonna be insane.
once it comes out, well, it's gonna be insane, but I think it's gonna last 20 years.
I know. I wish they didn't make as much money on GTA Online as they do. I want more, like, people that are into the story must hate this shit.
Holy shit! There's streamers that play it and still get thousands of views.
Yeah.
Like they do something like GTA roleplay, where they portray characters and they walk. Like, I don't think we could ever do that, boys. I don't think I could be there and like, hey guys, I'm Carlos. You want to come rob a store with me? Like, we couldn't do that online and just make up scenarios. Me and Christian just go as far as doing voices on video games, and I don't think we could sit there and be like, hey Christian, you want to go on a date with me? Oh fuck yes. Like, can't do that.
Dead by Daylight is getting Chucky.
Yeah, I saw
Did
that.
you guys see the teaser?
That is cool.
I'm glad he's appearing.
Nice.
That should be kind of funny.
I think that it's just cool that there's now variety.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wesker in there too.
That
Do
game
they?
is getting so
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do.
They have RE characters, I guess, when RE3 came out. The game has such a variety of characters. It's cool.
Spoilers.
And they each have like lore attached to all the monsters.
Mhm.
Like, it's so cool.
Spoilers.
I just wish they attached.
Oh fuck.
They attached. Wish they added more gameplay mechanics other than fixing generators. But that's what it is.
Good.
That's what it would be.
Can I spoilers? Spoilers.
Please.
End of Separate Ways and RE4. That Wesker looked great, but I am getting upset about Wesker's voice. I need that Chris. Where's
Yeah.
me, Wesker?
Right.
Chris.
Does he sound different now?
Just sounds like.
Sounds like
Well, he has a deeper voice, but he just doesn't have that Wesker accent.
sounds like a rich dad or something.
Yeah, and especially in the movie, Welcome to Raccoon City was the biggest travesty in the world solely because, Leon was a bitch. Okay, Jill was different. She was portrayed differently, and she had different skin tone. Whatever, not a big deal to me. Wesker being a normal white guy that had no defining villain factor about him pissed me off to no end.
He was just a soldier that took an opportunity somebody smarter than him came up with.
He
And Wesker's supposed to be a mastermind.
He looked like somebody you went to high school with, and he just probably got decent grades, and now he's mad at his parents. That was Wesker in the new Welcome to Raccoon City, and it was fucking disgusting.
I hate Chris the most in that movie.
Did you? Why? He looked like Chris.
He was betrayed, or was someone else I'm thinking about?
Maybe
So-
he looked like the original Chris.
Not him. It was, who was? I don't know who it was then.
Leon.
Leon, I think.
Leon was a little bitch.
Yeah, he
Didn't do anything all
I was
movie.
confused with Leon and Chris. Yeah, Leon's.
So I guess we get like there is a new Steam Deck. But I know there's Steam Deck OLED, and it's new and improved. But I don't think a whole lot of us really use the Steam Deck as often. So it's like, but here's the long-awaited return of Elon Musk news.
Yes,
he wants to get rid of hashtags.
Doesn't make sense. Nobody uses them anymore, and we just use keywords. Like for things trending now, it's not like, oh, this hashtag's trending. It's usually just like if the word is written in a tweet and a bunch of people write it, then it's trending. I don't think you really need hashtags.
And so many promotional material for it, like movies, trailers, stuff like that. They're like hashtag the Batman.
Yeah, I do see that quite a bit.
But I think something's in a trend regardless. Like Loki was trending, it didn't have a hashtag. It just kind of trended because people were talking about Loki.
The thing is, they pay for their own promotion too.
Yeah, like I know he's battling bots, and maybe that's a big reason why he's getting rid of the hashtags entirely. So maybe it makes sense on that part, maybe. But yeah, I went through. That was the shotgun. We went to Steam Deck. We did it.
We did it. We did shotgun. Now I need everybody to answer
my riddles
for me. I want to know, how's it going?
I got a new Santa hat. The Society of Santas is treating me well.
Yeah, the Society of Santas is giving
when
me
I
a
sat
raise.
on his lap in June, I didn't think I'd be here.
Playing a lot of Warzone.
Good game.
Playing a lot of Warzone?
Getting wins all the time, yeah.
He's winning in Warzone.
Yeah, I saw you play Warzone.
Yeah, wins, getting bones.
And me, I'm doing good. You know, living life. Went to my brother's girlfriend's birthday last night. Fucking hung out. Great time.
Thank you all for watching.
Thank you all for fucking watching. For those of you who want to come see more of Big Budge, you can find me at twitch.tv/Big Budge. Also over on the John Odds YouTube channel, you'll find me on a bunch of clips and shorts. Thank you guys.
You found me Bobby 188 on John Odds.
That's
He changed his name to be
yeah, Bobby 188 on John Odds.
Just 2 8s?
Yeah, I changed it.
He shortened it. You can find me at twitch.tv/John Odds. Also on YouTube at John Odds. And yeah.
John Odds!
You can find me on YouTube as at Movie Idol and Twitch at Appetite for the Dead.
And you can also find us all at twitch.tv/Society of Santas. Okay. See you guys. My head's got crabs.
So fine.
Santa.
Oh, fuck. I really felt it. Yeah, and then me and Forrest are going to jump in the vehicle and he's going to give me Roadhead and
Yeah.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, there's a new Mario Kart. The last one.
Oh, yeah, they're on now.
Play that.
oh, there's new maps?
I've been playing for 2 days
I heard
now.
about that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I gotta play that.
Man, the John Odds Twitch channel is just so fucking
I have to play
amazing.
that.
I can't get over it. John Odds!